Top story here at 5. The pressure reached a breaking point, and now they are out. This afternoon, the Justice Department finally released hundreds of thousands of files connected to Jeffrey Epstein. The files include investigative materials from the FBI, previously sealed grand jury records, and internal records tied to Epstein's death.
They also include some recognizable political figures. NBC4's Conan Nolan has been pouring through the contents. He joins us now in the newsroom. Conan?
Yeah, keep in mind, this is just part of what we're expecting. Again, the House of Representatives and Congress in their vote signed by the president. These documents were supposed to be released today. The Department of Justice says not all of them are coming out. They might have more later. They will have more by the end of the year. Now, hundreds of these Epstein photos were released by the DOJ, many of them without any kind of context, none showing anything illegal. But there's further embarrassment to those who are depicted. As you will see, former President Bill Clinton is seen here in a photograph with an unidentified woman. Again, not sure where that's taken or what exactly it involved. There he is again with Jeffrey Epstein. Here's Epstein with Michael Jackson. And this is Mick Jagger with Ghislaine Maxwell and Bill Clinton. There's another photograph coming up here momentarily. There is the head of Virgin, yes, exactly, Richard Branson. Now, the Department of Justice didn't cover any evidence that suggests anybody else should be indicted as a result of what we released today. But Ro Khanna, member of Congress from Silicon Valley, one of those who've been demanding the release of these documents, he says he believes too much has been redacted thus far and not enough has been released.
The release has been disappointing from the initial read of it. But, you know, I reserve judgment. What is not fine is for him to engage in additional redactions without any explanation. And that's the question that we have.
Democrats are very concerned that the DOJ is doing the bidding of President Trump, who was a friend of Jeffrey Epstein, to make sure that his pictures, more pictures of him, don't get released. In any case, once again, the DOJ says we will see more of these photographs and documents by the end of the year. I'm Conan Nolan, NBC4 News.
Conan, thank you. Overseas now, and an act of retaliation from the U.S. against ISIS. The U.S. military carried out large-scale airstrikes in Syria targeting infrastructure and weapons sites. U.S. officials say the strikes are in response to a terror attack on U.S. and partner forces in Syria last Saturday. 2 National Guard soldiers and an American translator died. It's not clear how long this operation will last or whether the strikes will continue.
President Trump is pausing the diversity visa program that he says allowed the suspect in the Brown University and MIT shootings to come to the U.S. The program hands out 50,000 green cards each year by lottery. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem calls it disastrous. The suspected shooter studied at Brown University on a student visa beginning in 2000 and was issued a diversity immigrant visa in 2017. Investigators found that suspect, Claudio Valente, dead last night inside a storage unit in Salem, New Hampshire. They believe Valente carried out the mass shooting at the university and then drove to Massachusetts, where he shot and killed the MIT professor.